Biology with Dr. E.
We start our review of organic molecules with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are a group of molecules that include sugars and starches. They make up approximately 1 to 2% of the cell's mass and typically contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The hydrogen and oxygen exist in a ratio of 2 to 1. Carbohydrates can be classified as monosaccharides or one single sugar, disaccharides or two sugars, and polysaccharides or many sugars. Monosaccharides are also called simple sugars, and they are single chain or single ring structures containing 3 to 7 carbon atoms. Usually, the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms occurs in a ratio of 1 to 2 to 1. So there's a general formula for monosaccharides written here as CH2 in bracket N, where N is the number of carbon atoms. Monosaccharides are monomers of carbohydrates, and they are named generally according to the number of carbon atoms they contain. The most important monosaccharides in the body are pentose sugars, which contain 5 carbon atoms, and hexose sugars, which contain 6 carbon atoms. There are two types of pentose sugars: ribose sugars which forms part of the RNA, and deoxyribose sugars, which forms part of the DNA. An example of a hexose sugar is glucose. This figure illustrates the most common monosaccharides in the body. As already mentioned, the most important monosaccharides are pentose or 5 carbon sugars and hexose or 6 carbon sugars. There are two types of pentose sugars: deoxyribose and ribose, both of which form part of the DNA and RNA respectively. Examples of hexose sugars are glucose, fructose, and galactose. Two of these hexoses shown here, specifically glucose and galactose, are isomers of glucose. That means they have the same molecular formula, which is C6H12O6, but their structural formulas are different, giving them different chemical properties. Next, we review disaccharides. A disaccharide or double sugar is formed when two monosaccharides are joined by dehydration synthesis. In this synthesis reaction, a water molecule is lost as the bonds are made. Disaccharides are too large to pass through the cell membrane and must be hydrolyzed to monosaccharides. Important disaccharides include sucrose, maltose, and lactose. This figure shows the important disaccharides in the body. Sucrose is formed from one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. Maltose is formed from 2 molecules of glucose. Lactose is formed from one molecule of galactose and one molecule of glucose. A special type of covalent bond called the glycosidic bond holds the monosaccharides together. Next, we look at polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are polymers of monosaccharides, and they are formed by dehydration synthesis of many monomers. Important polysaccharides include starch and glycogen. Starch is a storage form of carbohydrates used in plants. Glycogen is a storage form of carbohydrates used in animals. Polysaccharides are not very soluble in water. This figure is a simplified representation of glycogen, a polysaccharide formed from glucose molecules. The bonds holding the glucose molecules together is called a glycosidic bond.